It's Thursday the 14th of September and you join us on another edition of Lowdown Live, and the sunshine has come out to stay, fingers crossed.
Just about. Tonight we are live from Blyth Battery. We're talking history, we're talking costumes, we're talking coastlines and lots more. So for the fourth time this week, it's time to go
Lowdown Live.
It's 6:30. It's time to go live. Lowdown Live on tour.
And yes, welcome to another edition of Lowdown Live, direct from very sunny Blyth. Gordon, bless you, you're always on hand to assist, aren't you?
I am.
Now, this is our fourth edition this week and our last live of the week. Have you been having a nice time?
I've had an amazing time this week. It's been fantastic.
Are you excited for the following weeks that are coming up?
I'm revving myself up,
Now,
yes.
you always look very smart, but you know, you need to fit in the theme of each show.
right.
So I'll just pop that on your head there.
Excellent.
Yeah, suits you that. Yeah, you stand by there with fish and chips later on. Now, we have got some great guests coming up tonight. Look at all of these, very smartly dressed. I don't think I got the memo. Although, guys, do you think I'm quite military today?
Fabulous.
I'm looking rather military. We're going to be coming up and speaking to these a little bit later on in the show. But, of course, I'm not on my Todd tonight. I have got the other half. He has been collating all of your lovely shout-outs because we've been getting some great feedback on Facebook and on Twitter and via email. So if you have some shout-outs and you want to get in touch, do so. Use the hashtag LowdownLiveNE. Now, I must say, up here in Blyth, this is where Peter fell down a little bit of a rabbit hole. So if the camera goes wobbly, Richard's fell over, but we've got the lovely Lauren assistant.
Watch your step.
Watch
There's
my
potholes
step.
everywhere here.
It's our first live
Isn't this
show.
lovely? Look at
Are
us
you
on the top of
excited?
the cliffs. What a picturesque place to be
How
tonight.
gorgeous is this? Now,
Very
have people
nice.
been getting in touch tonight?
We've had a lot of people getting in touch. We've got people messaging in yesterday as well. We've got Josie who said, "Fab show, enjoying the show this week. We'll be tuning in to the rest of your Lowdown Lives." Gary in Seaham also said, "We've been looking gorgeous." So thank you very much for all your feedback. If you want a shout out on the TV, all you've got to do is tweet your message, hashtag LowdownLiveNE.
Now, we are here in Blyth. What do you know about the area?
Oh God, I know nothing about it.
You did think it was pronounced Blyth.
I did, and I thought it was in Sunderland.
Genuinely did. So do you want to know some very interesting, fabulous facts?
I think I better educate myself.
Today's fabulous facts.
Blyth served as a submarine base during both World War I and II. In the first half of the 20th century, Blyth boasted one of the largest shipbuilding yards on the northeast coast. Until the 18th century, the salt industry flourished in Blyth, although on a much smaller scale than coal, but nothing remains of it today. The Spirit of the State sculpture in Blyth's quayside represents the heritage of coal distribution in Europe, an industry in which Blyth was the largest exporter. In 1992, Blyth Harbour Wind Farm was constructed. Consisting of 9 wind turbines, it can provide enough electricity for over 1,500 homes.
There.
A little bit, yes. I mean, I'll not forget it, but even though I voiced them, I'll not remember.
Well, we're sitting here, a little bit chilly on the coastline. Where's the other one?
I don't know. He's not going to be here, is he? It's too cold. Shall I give him a ring?
Give him a ring. Go on. I think he's in the
Here you
studio.
go.
Keep him warm.
Well, don't you two look lovely and warm? I really wish I was there with you tonight, but they've made me stay in this heated, dry studio. I'm going to be answering all your social media, so remember to tweet us, hashtag LowdownLiveNE. Go on Facebook, leave a comment, Made in Tyne and Wear and Made in Teesside. Now, don't worry about me. I've got a lovely cup of coffee here and I've got me puzzler. And I'm doing one at the moment where I can do a trolley dash for 250 quid. Now, the question is on this. Paul Daniels meets the Lowdown team. Now, what could that be? Ooh, I tell you what, it's TV magic, that's what it is. Anyway, I'm going to fill this out, so I think we're going back to you now. Now, who shall I enter for this? Oh, 200...
Well, it's typical for Peter to be there keeping warm, but we have our first guest of the evening. I tell you what, running up and down hills, I'm not the one doing fitness over the next few weeks, it's Will, but never mind. Tony, our gorgeous friend, of course, a familiar face on the Lowdown, and your lovely grandson, Luke. How are you, Luke, today?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good. So, Tony, you're going to tell us all about the Blyth Battery.
Yep.
But we start off today with a little bit of exclusive breaking news. Tell us about what's happened today.
Well, I think it's a Lowdown scoop. And what's happened is in March we lost a watch. It was broken into the battery and someone stole the watch. Today we've just got it back from the police. And it was a commemoration watch for a person who had gallantry in the First World War, so it was a terrible thing to lose. But we got it back.
Back where it
We
belongs.
have, yes. So now you can tell everybody, we have the watch back.
It's back. We love to start the show on a good note.
Absolutely.
So, Tony, walk and talk with me because this area is very special, isn't it? It's fantastic. Tell us about the Blyth Battery and its importance to the area.
Well, first of all, the battery was going to be demolished a few years ago. The volunteers here saved it. It's now here for everybody to see, and it's a piece of history. It's like a castle, if you like. In years to come, when this is centuries ago and I've gone and everyone else has, but perhaps Luke will still be here, the good thing is this will be able to tell people what happened in the First and Second World War. Lots of people lost their lives. It should be kept. This was a gun battery.
Yeah.
It defended the port of Blyth, which in fact was a major port. It had submarines there, it shipped out coal, and when you think that that's so important, they had guns shooting out to sea, but they suddenly realised that in the Second World War there was aircraft too dropping bombs. So they then put big covers over the top of it and opened an anti-aircraft battery just to our left.
I mean, there is so much history here. And Luke, like you say, you're obviously passing down the knowledge and stuff to Luke here and to other generations. Do you follow the history? I mean, how important do you think it is? Are you interested in all of this as well?
Quite interested in the World War II and World War One.
Do you get that from your granddad? Does he keep you busy bringing it here on cold evenings to the battery?
Yeah.
I'm sure he does. So as well, I mean, this place is run solely by volunteers.
Yes.
If we walk up a little bit further as well, because there is a lot to it, and a lot of it we can't actually get into because, of course, our signal will just cut straight out. But the place is brilliant for, like you say, families and kids like yourself, Luke, to get involved. And it is all run by volunteers, isn't it?
It's run by volunteers, and all of the rooms that were used by the soldiers in the Second World War have been done up as a mini museum. So we've got a 1940s house, we've got the command post, which is full of soldiers, we've got the magazine room, which is manned by people as well, and we've got a fantastic cafe, which you have sampled a little bit of.
They make a cracking cup of tea, don't they, Luke?
Fresh cakes.
Yep.
And plenty of biscuits.
Yep.
Oh, he knows, absolutely. And I mean, how important do you think it is for the people of around? I mean, not just from Blyth, but they do travel far and wide to come to events and to learn about the area.
Well, yes, but when you think of where we are, I mean, we're on the coast, which the sea's just here, so a long, unspoiled piece of coast. Just to the rear of me is the countryside. There's a walk to Seaton Sluice and St Mary's Island. Then you've got the battery, you've got a fish and chip shop. I mean, what is not to like about this part of the world?
I can smell the fish and chips as well.
That's me, sorry.
I've been having a few chips myself too. But I mean, it is a great area. And you the Lowdown have been along to a few times the annual reenactment weekend, which is brilliant. Chock-a-block.
Yes, in May. It's always in May, and it's an absolutely fantastic event. People come from all over the country. So we have huge troops of Germans come, huge troops of Americans come, and British soldiers come. Mini battles on the seaside, which absolutely terrified Peter.
Did you warn him about it, though?
No, we did on purpose. Oh, did I do it? Sorry, Peter. But no, it's a really great event. And through the year, we do other events as well. When the music festival was on, we had singers from the 40s here. Just last weekend, you missed it by one weekend. We had singers as well.
I'll be back next time, but I've got no doubt that you'll have the back legs off a donkey and you will be back because I've got a lot to learn from you as well. But where is the other half? Delivering me fish and chips, I hope so. Now, I know you're into your keep fit, but I didn't think hill sprints was your thing.
Oh, goodness. Did Tony say there was fish and chips or what? Because I cannot find anything to eat.
I can smell them.
I can smell them.
People have been getting in touch today.
But they have. I've been keeping an eye on it despite their little hike there. Julie and Graham, they said wherever we are tonight, enjoy. We will be recording tonight's show as we are out for a fancy meal. We'll make sure you enjoy that meal and watch us back, of course. Yvonne in Darlington said hello. She's off to work all week. She hasn't missed a show.
Oh, Fantastic.
So thank you very much. If you have got a message, all you have to do is tweet it, followed by the hashtag Lowdown Live, and whether you want to surprise someone in the room, if someone's got a birthday, or what if you want to propose? Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, like right now, this would be a lovely
Right
area
here,
too, wouldn't it?
by the
Lovely.
beach.
We just need a sunset.
Oh, it's
We've already had the rain today. As long as it's dry, that is fine by me. But coming up after the break, we've got more fabulous facts, which I'm sure you're going to be keen to learn. It's Blyth, not Blyth. And we've got more brilliant guests. So we'll see you after the break. Pop the kettle on. Should we go and hunt for those fish and chips?
We need to find something to eat. I'm starved. Wasting away here.
You're a grown boy. You're a grown boy, my dear. See you in a couple of takes.
Wow, well, a very nice time being had by Peter, but from VIPs in costume to volunteers in costume, I'm now joined by 4 of the very friendly volunteers here at the Battery. First of all, tell me your names.
My name's Rob.
Paul. Katrina Hart. Paul Robson.
Lovely to meet you all. Now, unfortunately, it's just starting to rain. You've all got hats on, I haven't, so my hairspray is going to ruin here. But first, tell me all about what you do for the Battery and what sort of activities does volunteering here require?
Well, what I'm doing to sites and just come to be a part of the Blyth itself.
Do you all have different roles, or is it something where you move around and you all just kind of pick things to do? Is that right?
Well, when I first joined, I was assigned the Searchlight building and was allowed to develop that. I've been here 5 years and that's now complete. But the museum is under development continuously, and the curator, Colin, is an amazing imagination, and he's constantly developing different rooms for different aspects of Blyth history.
So is this a place where the public can come to every day, or is it open the weekends? When can people come and find out about this history?
It's open every Saturday and Sunday. If you want to come down and have a look, I mean, I'll look after the 40s room. I'm really dedicated to the 40s room. I love 1940s stuff.
So what is the 40s room? Is that a big exhibit that's on here?
It's an exhibit that it's a room that's been done from the 1940s theme, and we just look after it, and it's fun and talking about 1940s, especially with the youngsters, because they don't realise how people used to live.
And what about you, Paul? What's your favourite role to have?
I work in the Second World War Bob with Rod Goodinson and do stuff there and tell the public about the uniforms and stuff. And people love it.
Yeah.
And things like that.
So I imagine it's a big thrill to sort of, especially see the younger generations learn about this kind of history. But an opportunity that you do have for everyone to learn about the history is the annual reenactment event that's held here in Blyth. Tell me all about that, because you all work on that, don't you? You look like you know what it is.
A little bit. 19th and 20th of May, every year in May, in the early part of May, we'll have this reenactment, and basically the whole garrison is populated by reenactors, hundreds of them. A lot of Germans, a lot of Allies, all milling about the site, and often we'll have a battle scene on the beach, and that's great fun. I love getting involved with that.
And is that something all the volunteers work towards? How many people work on that?
Every member of the museum, everyone gets involved, yeah.
So what kind of activities do you host? Because it's quite a big event, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite big. We do interviews and stuff like that. We do tours, and then people donate money if they wish and stuff like that.
And is it something that is family friendly? I imagine a lot of youngsters come along and don't know anything about it.
It's 100% family friendly. The more people we get down here, the more we can get stuck into it, and it makes us feel good, educating other people about what we actually do here as well.
So when is the date? When can people come along? Remind us of the dates that people can come and learn about this.
19th and 20th of May is the annual event, but we're open every weekend throughout the summer period.
And is there a website?
Yes, there is, but I can't give you the address, sorry.
Well, 20th of May, yes?
Yes.
20th of May, make sure you check it out. It will be on Facebook, we'll put it on Facebook, and hopefully we will be there. Now, I don't know where oh, there you are. You just so happen to be stood here. How are you doing?
It was like it was planned.
It
was
was.
like,
Very
how
strange.
amazing have our lovely guests been tonight.
Amazing. And I've got to say, Mel, you've looked very sort of military in that jacket yourself. Very fitting.
I was just going to say, now that was mentioned on Twitter again, not planned.
Not
completely.
Have people been getting in touch with
They
us?
have indeed. I have to point out though, how bonkers are those guys in the sea? And we have another rainbow. A rainbow seems to be a fitting theme on our show. I don't know if you can see it at home, but it's just starting over there.
I'm
But
not
yes,
looking at them in their skinny clothes. They look like they're
people
freezing.
getting in touch. Marianne and Derek have been watching and said, that's my boy. It is, of course, the proud parents of our gorgeous Gordon, who's assisting holding the light and an umbrella. Bless him. After running around after his diva other half, Brian said he made it home in time to watch Lowdown live. And, of course, do remember, after after we wrap now at 7 o'clock, we are going to be going live on Facebook.
We are going to do a little
having a
behind the
little
scenes,
bit of a chat, behind the scenes as well over the last week. But it is your chance to vote for your favourite show. So what we put out for Saturday's Revisited is all up to you. But you know, Gordon, as I said, he likes to assist. He also likes his fish and chips as well. So we're out a bus driver for the ride home.
He's gone, isn't he? How are we going to get home? What are we going to do?
Good job, I'm thinking ahead. We've got another bus. Come on, hop in. Are you ready, kid?
Start the engine, Tony. Here we go.
Tony.